Good morning. The 14B District Court is now in session. My name is Elaine Washington, and I'm the judge that will be presiding over this session. The court will call the case of the State of Michigan versus Robert Cahill, 21S391390A and B.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm George Howell, P74468. I'm substituting for Michael Levitt today, who had to be in another hearing. I'm here with Mr. Cahill, who's seated next to me. And
Mr. Cahill.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Cahill.
Morning. I believe Mike spoke with the prosecutor yesterday, and they reached an agreement whereby my client would plead responsible to the, I guess it's 1 to 5 over on the speeding ticket, and then the expired plate would be dismissed. I do want the court to know, though, that my client did have an appointment to get it renewed at that time, and he does now have his registration, which we have a copy of.
Thank you very much, Mr. Levitt. Oh, Mr. Howell, sorry.
That's okay.
Ms. Willenbring?
Laura Willenbring on behalf of the people, Your Honor. I did have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Leavitt about this case, and that is the offer to plead responsible to the A ticket, and in exchange, I will dismiss the B ticket.
All right, thank you. Mr. Cahill, I'm glad to hear that you do have your license issue resolved. As for the B ticket, as for the A ticket, which is the speeding 1 to 5, it is my understanding you're pleading responsible to that. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Everyone's used to having a male judge, right? All right.
I get around that by using Your Honor.
At least you're honest about it. I appreciate that. So, sir, on my birthday on June 22nd, 2021, were you in the vicinity of eastbound I-94 and Huron Street, and were you speeding at that time between 1 and 5 miles over the speed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. The court will accept the responsible plea, and the fine is $120. Can you pay that today?
Yes, Your Honor. If he can do that online, are you going to go down there and pay it, or how are you going to get it to the court today?
He can pay it online. He can pay it online. It would have to be, like, give us until after 1:30 or so before he goes online to try to pay it.
Okay.
Okay.
120.
And just so that in case it's not working out and no one goes into a panic, I'll give you until tomorrow to do it. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can I stop at the courthouse and pay it?
You can.
Okay, I can do that on the way home.
Yeah. Well, where are you? I don't know where Mr. Howell's office is.
We're up in Novi right now.
All right. You'll still have to wait until after 1:30 because we're not certain that it'll be in the system before then. The recorder's in here with us, and so she's moving on to the next case, just like me. Okay. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Honor.
have a good day.
You
And
too.
the A ticket, I'm sorry, the B ticket is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. State of Michigan versus Ann Jones Milliner, case number 20 FB 1931.
Laura Willenbring on behalf of the people.
Andrew Vanis present on behalf of Ms. Jones Milliner, who I believe is present from the courthouse, Your Honor.
Oh, yes. Hello, Ms. Jones Milliner. How are you? You have to hit the little microphone button on the computer to unmute yourself, ma'am. Can you nod your head if you can hear us, Miss Milliner? Can you nod your head? Or go like yes or no? All right, you can't hear us then, huh? Okay, thank you. All right, she can at least hear us. She is there.
So, Your Honor, this case has some history, and I wasn't involved until now, but I can see throughout my notes that there was discussion about Ms. Milliner contacting Patrick Chase at the 15th District Court for an assessment. And when we spoke with Ms. Milliner, she really couldn't remember if she spoke with him or whom she spoke with. So I don't know if your probation department has any information on that. And what I think might be going on is that she may or may not have spoken with Mr. Chase. And I think if she's been referred to the mental health court program, it seems to me, at least on paper, that and from our discussion, that she's just struggling to understand what she's supposed to do. And I'm not
I did talk to Mr. Chase.
Oh, good.
And
Excellent.
I talked to the lady at the court, and I talked to the probation officer. I did all of that.
Okay. Okay, so I'm sorry. So I thought
I'm
that,
supposed to be on probation.
okay.
I got the lady's card right here.
Miss Johnston, you did give me a report on this, didn't you?
I did.
That's what I thought. All right. It said that they were going to accept her into the program.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have that report, but that maybe I missed it. But that's
That's
good.
what they said.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry that I don't seem to have that update in my file, Your Honor.
Right.
So does that mean there's a next court date scheduled for her over at 15th?
I was hoping you would be telling me that part. So I don't know when the next time they're meeting, because I'm just going to agree to refer her over there. And I need the next court date to do that, is my understanding. And they actually do the sentencing in the 15th District Court.
Yep, I don't.
You don't see it?
I don't have that.
Okay.
So, well, I am glad that she was able to get that accomplished. Maybe I can have, I don't know, do you want to pass it and I can have someone?
Right. Let's pass it because she is present in the courthouse and I don't want her to have to come back if we don't have to do that. So we'll pass it and go from, and then I'll recall it once you've made a phone call over to that particular program, and we can figure out when the next date is that they will have their program. And I don't know, I don't see Mr. Heaton. There he is. Mr. Heaton may know. Mr. Heaton, do you know when the next CMH program court date is?
No, I don't know, but I can call just to keep the docket going if you want.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass this for a while. Mr. Bannis, let me know when you're ready to recall it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Jones-Milliner, we're going to pass it for a moment. You can just stay right there and then we'll recall it as soon as we have some additional information, okay?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you, ma'am. You can remute yourself. State of Michigan versus Bria Woolley, case number 21S386584A. And
Hello. Hello, Your Honor.
hello, Miss Woolley. How are you, ma'am?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
So, two things. So I was unable to speak with the prosecutor. I had called the clerk and because I didn't know who the prosecutor was for this case, and she said that she'll leave a message and have them get back to me. So that never happened. And also, I didn't receive a mail correspondence about this court date. I knew about the court date, but I don't know if it's because something happens with my mail because I don't have a mailbox over it. So sometimes my mail gets sent back to the post office. But I checked yesterday and the day before, and no one received mail from me either. So I don't know if that's on my end or.
I don't want you to tell me your address. I just want you to answer this particular question. Are you still at the Green Road address?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's where we sent it to.
Okay.
So we did send it, and we sent it out on May 26th. So, and plenty of time for you to have it for today's date. So it was.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Willenbring, you want to place your appearance on the record?
Yes, Laura Willenbring on behalf of the people.
All right. So you have 2 tickets: a failure to display a license in improper lane. And as to the license, Ms. Willenbring, she is valid, just so that you know.
Okay. Well, the offer can be I'll dismiss that ticket and Ms. Woolley can plead to the B ticket, improper lane use, if she would like to take that offer.
And that is a civil infraction, correct?
Yes, that is.
All right, ma'am. The prosecutor is indicating that if you were to admit responsibility to the B ticket, which is the improper lane change, they would dismiss the misdemeanor, and you could then have a civil infraction only. Civil infraction is improper lane change. Give me one moment. No, I just had it. The improper lane change is a fine of $130. And I'm not sure whether there are points with that or not.
Okay. Yeah, that will be my only question, whether or not I will receive another point on my license.
There are 2 points associated with that.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Ms. Willenbring?
There are 2 points associated with that, Your Honor.
Thank you. So yes, it's 2 points.
Okay. Is there a way I could speak with the prosecutor privately or?
You can, but it wouldn't be today. I can adjourn it and then you can call to the prosecutor's office and ask to speak with Ms. Willenbring and she can speak with you about this in further detail.
Okay.
You'd like to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Where was that map at this time?
No, okay, so then we want to do the 12th, we have 36. You could do the 19th, 20th, 31st.
Wow, what's after that?
5.
Hello.
Okay, August 26th, 2021. And that's going to be at 9 a.m.
The 26th of this month.
No, August 26th.
August 26th. Okay. At 9 a.m.
At 9 a.m. for pretrial.
Okay.
And
thank you.
you're welcome. All right, we'll see you back then. In the meantime, you have plenty of time to call her and touch base with her, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good day. Oops, sorry.
You too.
All right, for this matter, we're going to need to go into a private breakout room. The court will call the case of the State of Michigan versus Tristan Samantha Peters, 20 FB 1553, as well as case number 20-01-0190 and 20 F1 1239.
Laura Willenberg on behalf of the people.
Cheryl Lopez on behalf of defendant Tristan Peters.
All right, thank you.
Do you need probation too?
And probation.
Okay. Okay, so it's shut down.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, over here.
Inviting you to rejoin the room. Yeah.
State of Michigan versus Michael Cribalaire, case number 21 FB 1551 FY.
Laura Blumberg on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dan Garrett on behalf of Michael Cribeller. Michael, can you identify yourself for the record?
Hello, this is Michael Cribeller.
All right, sir, you need to show your screen.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm okay. I'd like to see probation and counsel in a breakout session, please.
I was going to ask the same thing. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, thank you. We're back on the record in the case of State of Michigan versus Michael Kribbelaar, case number 21 FB 51. Mr. Kribbelaar, I've had an opportunity to meet with your attorney regarding this matter with respect to the sentencing in this case. The court is going to adjourn sentencing today so that your attorney can have an opportunity to provide the court with some additional information regarding you and your background.
Okay.
To be very clear for you and any other supporters who may be watching this morning, that the court takes this situation very, very seriously. I understand that there may have been an overrun of cats in the neighborhood. Animals such as cats don't become pests. There is no disposal of them as pests. That's animal cruelty. I want to be very clear about that. The letters that the court received in support today are very concerning, some of them. I don't think they help your case at all, okay? And I want to say that to the people who wrote those letters in support. And I think it's sad that people don't understand that although the system itself may be failing, it doesn't mean that the animals become pests in such a way that they can be disposed of. And so people need to figure out by going to their legislature or going to whoever is next in line to try to fix these types of situations and not actually use the animals as something that can be disposed of. So I have some concerns about the way this particular animal was treated, and I'm asking that your attorney get me some additional information about that particular, about you, so that I can understand how we got here. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to adjourn this to August 26th, 2020.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I said that date was okay, and I'm getting a text. I actually moved my son into college that day. Can we go to the following Thursday if possible?
That would be September.
That September 2nd is okay. I start a homicide trial on the 9th of September, so the 2nd would work if Your Honor has an opening.
All right, thank you. We'll do it on September 2nd. September 2nd, 2021, and that will be at 10 a.m. Bond will continue otherwise.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll see you then, okay? And at that point, we'll have an opportunity to talk to me. I understood you wanted to address me as well, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate
John.
it.
All right. Okay. I will call the case of the State of Michigan versus Dantes McDaniel, case number 20S37404797ST.
Orville Lindbergh on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alexander Hermanowski on behalf of Dantes McDaniel. Your Honor, we are here for a pre-trial. Mr. McDaniel is not here. I haven't been able to get in contact with him recently, but he did clear his license from my understanding. So the 3 tickets outstanding in 36th District were cleared, so he has made some progress. I'm asking for an adjournment just because he has done what he said he was going to do, with exception being here right now.
Well, I'm, first of all, I'll let you know that I'm inclined to give you the adjournment, but his, tickets, his license is not clear.
Your Honor, do you have information available for where he has those tickets still?
He has Harper Woods. That is still outstanding.
Okay.
And it looks like 36th District Court is still outstanding as of, well, that was July 21st so that was last night.
So, Your Honor, I did go on to the 36th District Court website this morning and check the 3 cases that we were talking about. It says he did pay the fines and it said SOS clearance on the bottom.
Okay, all right. So I don't know about the Harper Woods one though. Those were the only 3, the 336 and then the Harper Woods.
I'll follow up with him on that and make sure that's cleared.
Okay. So as far as today, I will give you sort of an adjournment. I'm going to do a show cause for failure to appear.
Yes, Your Honor.
And pretrial on August 26, 2021 at 9 a.m. And it's continued otherwise.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yermanowski, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
No.
That's the other gear.
State of Michigan versus Matthew Hamilton, case number 20 FB 1659. This one.
Hello, on behalf of the people.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Dan Garrett on behalf of Matthew Hamilton. Matthew, can you identify yourself?
Hamilton.
Good morning, Mr. Hamilton. How are you, sir?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you, Your Honor?
I'm pretty good. All right. Today's the day and time scheduled for sentencing in this matter. Have you had an opportunity to review the report, Mr. Guerin?
I have, Your Honor, and I've got some sort of updates and additions to it, if I may address those at this time.
Yes, you may.
Your Honor, a couple things I think are most important as a starting point. One, the offense date's not listed in the report, and I think that's terribly relevant. This occurred 3 years ago, and at a time when Mr. Hamilton was in the throes of addiction, was living here in Washtenaw County. Soon after, his family moved him out to California, where he completed a residential inpatient treatment program. Says he's been 100% clean and sober since January of 2020, so about a year and a half. I believe he has sent updated reports to that effect to Mr. Heaton, so that should be reflected in the report. I don't see those here. The other update I wanted to point out is that the people at the time of this plea did not object to either 7411 or HIDA. If Your Honor thinks that probation is appropriate, and it sounds like it is here, I would note that A, he lives in Kalamazoo, and B, we would ask for a consideration of HIDA. He's 23 now. He would have been 20 at the time.
Ms. Wellenberg?
Your Honor, I did read this report and ask that you follow those recommendations. I do have notes in my file that the people do not oppose 7411 or HIDA as well.
Thank you. I would indicate to you, Mr. Guerin, that probation has indicated they receive proof of completion of the programming. That may be reflected in the report as an update. Is there anything else you would like to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. Mr. Hamilton would like to sort of speak to his sobriety very briefly if Your Honor wants to hear from him.
Of course. All right, Mr. Hamilton, how are you? You may, at this time, say whatever it is you'd like to say to the court.
Thank you. Definitely 3 years ago, I was, like Mr. Guerin said, in the throes of addiction and really just struggling a lot. And it was kind of the event that led to the complete 180 that I took. And when I came back here after the coronavirus pandemic, I moved back in with my girlfriend and really turned my life around. And then a lot of the stuff from my past just kind of started challenging my sobriety, but I just viewed it as something to push me forward, and I will continue to do that and keep doing what I've been doing and follow the change changes that I've made.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I can certainly appreciate that you did put in the work. I can imagine that having to come back and deal with things as they pop up from your past is difficult. But it sounds like you've got the skill set to be able to manage this at this point. Okay. I just so that your attorney can get off edge, will tell you that we'll sentence you under HIDA. So I will do that. And as far as the recommendation, otherwise, I believe that it is fair, and I intend to follow it. 365 days in jail, 365 days are suspended. So if you do what you're supposed to do, then you don't have to do any additional jail time or do any jail time. 12 months on probation. You should know that you're eligible for early discharge from probation after you've completed half of that term. So you could petition the court if you've done everything you need to do to have probation discharged. 5 days on the community service, and then fines and costs in this particular matter of $725. $30 per month probation oversight fee. You must provide proof of the treatment which we have already received, and you shall sign a release of information for the probation officer. There's no use or possession of alcohol, marijuana, illegal drugs, or drug paraphernalia, and no being in the presence of anyone using those. No use or possession of any firearm components, ammunition, or other dangerous weapons. You must drug and alcohol test within 24 hours. If negative, then there is no more testing. If positive, then you're to test once per week randomly. And you're to attend 12-step meetings 2 times per week. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Please contact the probation department in order to sign the probation contract. You have their phone number, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right, thank you. You're all set, sir.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you. I'm going to. Recalling the case of the state of Michigan versus Ann Jones Milliner, case number 20 FB 1931.
On behalf of the people.
Andrew Banniswithen on behalf of Ms. Jones Milliner.
Thank you.
Your Honor, several people all about at the same time found out the correct date. The next court date in Judge Balvo's program is August 4th at 1:30. They meet every other Wednesday at 1:30 p.m.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm going to sentence her to, is there anything you want to say on behalf of your client prior to sentencing? So the way it works is I'll sentence her to the program. She does get sentenced to fines and costs here. And then we refer her over for continued sentencing at the actual program.
Yes, I would just ask you consider her total situation when you consider the amount of fines and costs, and keep them as small as you can. I understand that she'll have a second sentencing relating to the charge and the program over in Judge Balvo's court.
That is correct. They imposed the supervision fees over there, and we imposed the fines and costs. All right. I don't have much information to go on, Mr. Banis, with respect to this. Is she employed, or what is her situation?
Ms. Milner, and I apologize to you because I have your file, but you and I haven't really worked together before. Can you tell the judge if you're receiving any income at all from any source?
I received Social Security disability.
I see. Ma'am, is there anything you want to say to me before I sentence you to the program? I'm going to be sentencing you to the mental health court, and I have to impose fines and costs. Okay, ma'am?
I have a card here that was sent to me from Shannon for probation, and I don't know who she is, but I haven't talked to her. I talked to Mr. Chase, and I understand, but I'm very little. I just moved into a new apartment because I was in a shelter for over two to 3 months, and they moved me in a new apartment. So my money is very tight. I pay all the bills by myself, and I don't understand why I have to pay a fine.
Well, ma'am, you were convicted of an offense, as you know. And as a result, that's one of the things that happens when you're convicted of an offense and you've gone through the court system, because the court imposes fines and costs as a part of the penalty that you receive for committing an offense. Okay?
Okay.
All right. In this particular case, and you'll have the entirety of your sentence to actually pay those fines and costs off. Okay? So you space it out over that time. And the program is—
Can you make it low, Judge?
Make it as low as I can, okay, Ms. Milner? Well, not quite as low as I can, but as low as I think is needed, given the amount of time you're going to be on probation. All right. So fines and costs in this particular case is going to be $325. You're going to have, like I said, 24 months to pay that off. Okay.
You said $25?
No, $325.
$325.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And the sentences to the community mental health program. And you have to go to have your formal sentence happen on August 4th, 2021 at 1:30 p.m. Okay. And that's going to be at the 15th District Court.
Will I get that in the mail?
Yeah, you'll get something. Yes, you'll get something in the mail. We'll have to figure out how to make that happen for you. Okay.
Yeah, because I have a new address